What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have some pretty bad news to cover in this video today. Things just don't get any easier in this hobby that is supposed to be a means to unplug from a harsh reality of the world, raising prices on, things that we need to live every day: food, water, clothing, housing, all this different stuff. And you see this spilling into your hobby more and more as the years go on. The last 10, 15 years, I'd say, and especially the last 5 years, it's gotten worse. And, it's getting to a point where I don't know how much more collectors and fans of toy culture, nerd culture can take of this. So Chris Cox, he was in an interview during Toy Fair a couple days ago, I guess, and he basically said that, due to the tariffs that the new administration is putting out there, prices are probably going to rise for Hasbro product. And y'all know what that means, that, Transformers is included in that. So this is a Yahoo Finance article that I found on TFW. I'm going to read through this article and give you guys my thoughts and talk more on this after the fact, as always. So first up here, and I quote, "I think for the toy category, it's probably months," Hasbro CEO Chris Cox told me on Yahoo Finance's Opening Bid podcast. A new round of tariffs from the Trump administration started Tuesday with new duties on the United States' top three trading partners, Canada, China, and Mexico. The president imposed 25% duties on Canadian and Mexican imports following a 30-day pause. He also implemented a second round of 10% duties on Chinese imports, instituting 10% in February. The targeted countries wasted no time hitting back. China unveiled a 15% tariff on U.S. chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton products, and an additional 10% tariff on, sorghum, soybeans, pork, beef, seafood, fruits, vegetables, and dairy products. The new tariffs from China are set to go into effect on March 10th. Canada announced a 25% levy on CA $30 billion of U.S. imports, effective immediately. Tariffs on another CA $125 billion in goods will begin in 21 days. Trump's tariffs could materially impact consumer companies as a sizable portion of their merchandise is sourced from China due to its low production cost, but tariffs could also stunt demand as consumers balk at price hikes. The tariffs may reduce American consumer spending power by $46 billion to $78 billion every year they're in place, estimates the National Retail Federation. Nearly 80% of U.S. toys are manufactured in China, according to industry trade group the Toy Association. Cox said toy prices would go up 50% in some cases if more production is brought back to the U.S. The cost increases reflect the intricate nature of making many toys and the difficulty finding the skilled labor to do so. There's just this integrated supply chain of all these different components, parts, all resin, dough for Play-Doh, you name it, that are fully optimized over like 3 decades inside of Southeast Asia. That would just be difficult to replicate in the US, Cox explained. My hope is that there's a larger policy goal at play and we'll be able to get to that relatively quickly, and we'll be able to get prices down, hopefully faster than they'll ultimately rise. So there you have it, he said, I think for the toy category, it's probably months when asked about this. So seems like probably later this year we may be seeing price hikes for Transformers, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, Star Wars Black Series, possibly all that stuff. We don't know exactly what it would be, but I'd assume Transformers would definitely be up there. I saw the article on TFW, the thread that was posted yesterday. I was reading through it. It got closed after like 18 pages. And, most people had their heads on straight about this, about how ridiculous it all is. But then you had some people trying to defend the decision about what's going to lead to these price hikes and tariffs. Y'all know me. I don't care about getting too political on this channel. There's a certain person that's kind of big in the community that was going crazy. Not going crazy, but defending the reasoning and, getting tariffs out there. But you're kind of missing the point here. If the tariffs weren't around for this year, Hasbro wouldn't have more of an incentive to raise prices right now. We probably wouldn't see this until a couple years or something, I'd assume. And then you get some of these guys, and this one guy, I'm not going to name names, obviously, but like, he's kind of big in the Transformers community, but he says that Hasbro products are made in Vietnam and not China. Well, if you just do a quick Google search, Vietnam might be a country that is going to be affected by these tariffs. Now, we don't know for sure. There's like things going on back and forth, and it's basically just a worry right now. That's why they're not really included in the main countries, but it is something that news outlets are reporting on, that Vietnam is worried about this, and they want to come to an agreement if it comes to that. So that's not even an excuse you could really throw out there confidently. So I'm just looking at it as I can. Prices are being raised due to the tariffs that the Trump administration is setting up this year. That's just the fact. You could do whatever mental gymnastics you want. It's just weird to me. It seems pretty obvious, the reasoning and point A to point B, what's going on here. And people saying they were looking for an excuse to raise prices. I mean, sure, but you still have to look at why. It's because of the Trump tariffs. And I think we wouldn't be seeing a price raise this year if these Trump tariffs weren't around. So I just really think the whole mental gymnastics behind this are pretty dumb. It's your problem if you want to pay $40 for a deluxe later on this year or something, because I think I saw somewhere that prices may raise like 50% or something. Yeah, it was in this article I was reading back on it. Cox said toy prices would go up 50% in some cases if more production is brought back to the US. So there you go. I mean, I don't want to be paying over $100 for a leader class figure, it's pretty crazy to me, the predicament that we're in. And what could I say? This is what people in America wanted. This is the craziness that we're going to be getting. When I read things and I research things, it seems pretty obvious what's going on, and it just boggles my mind. In this information internet age where it's just so easy to look up things, and we're just more divided than ever in terms of things that should just be obvious. Yeah, these tariffs, absolutely ridiculous. I don't agree with any of it, what's going on. I mean, obviously, it's leading to potential price hikes on everything, not even just toys, things that we need for our daily lives. So I'm really pissed at this, guys. As a collector, as somebody who collects everything. Well, not everything, but I collect Marvel Legends, Black Series, Classified, Transformers. I don't know. I may have to cut back on what I get, but I'm already doing that. I really don't get much that's released every year. For Transformers, I just get what I like. Probably like 10, 15 figures that are released every year out of like the dozens upon dozens, and that's about it. For Black Series, I really only get prequel or Clone Wars era stuff and a select few original trilogy figures. For Classified, I really just get a handful of characters that I liked since I was a little kid. I probably only get a couple Classified figures a year, like 4 or 5 probably. So I have no idea how this is going to affect my personal collecting, but you guys let me know down in the comments below, how will this affect your collecting if these price rises really do go into effect the way Cox is implying here. All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever. Yeah, if you guys want to subscribe to my Patreon, link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that I won't see here on YouTube or any of my other social media accounts, such as exclusive toy photography, stop motions, behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, videos, and more. So if you guys want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. It is $5 a month. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.